Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. You hear my voice. This is Ahava. We're here with Jason, who's on his lock journey. If you have not looked at his video already, the lock journey with Ahava, please take a look at it. So right now, because those of you have been asking me about locks and washing your hair with locks, first I checked Jason's entire scalp and went all through to look at the sections. He's starting his locks with box braids. It's been 6 weeks, so we've talked about him coming in a little bit more often because of the growth and the maintenance. However, once I wet his scalp thoroughly and hair, I worked through one of our natural conditioner recommendations. Today I did the Trader Joe's, more so on slip and his texture, so I could get all of his kinky curly hairs smooth to go into the locks. Then I have some of the hair sugar on my fingers. I'll show you a little bit more. This is the coconut lemon cake, one of his favorites. Maybe the favorite, right? And in order to do your locks, you're gonna then saturate with conditioner, and you're not doing this at the sink. So if you're a stylist as well, you're gonna go right into the scalp. Now, when I was applying the conditioner, automatically my fingers could feel build up before I start to do sugar. I know the areas that are tight. Invisibly, I could see a little bit of dryness at the front. Now, we're in a region where it's cold. It's now January in New Jersey, and we had some below 30-degree weather. So just by virtue of that, skin's more dry, scalp's more dry. You can do some massaging, but on occasion you may see either a little bit of product lifting or just what will be a little bit of dry scalp. So Jason had a little bit of that across the hairline. I'm gonna have you lift your head up. So in here we go in the parts and get little bits of the sugar, about an inch worth on an index finger, your index finger or middle finger or a forefinger, that amount, and you go right into the parts. So you're not really gonna be undoing a lock process or the starting of. You are getting right to the scalp, and you're already paying attention to, okay, there's a lock right here. So I'm working around that lock, and I'm massaging really with just one finger, and you'll see that I may switch fingers. I'm not doing 2 or 3 fingers at once like I would do if I were doing a regular co-wash for what we call natural growth hair, so the hair that's not locked. One finger is fine. And if you're a practitioner, it's gonna behoove you, you should definitely want to switch fingers, so you're getting a little bit of, you're getting exercise on all those fingers. You're not just gonna stress one finger out. So if you work a little bit with the middle, you can then move to an index, and there's a point where you're gonna go right on the lock. So this one right here, once I've gone around it in the parts, I'm actually gonna go right in the inside of that lock as well and massage until the granules dissolve. Now, this could seem like a lengthy process. It's not. It's gonna be about the same amount of time it would be if you were laid at the sink. But we don't want to do it that way because you're really not able to see what you're doing. And with this, you need to see so that you know what's going on with each lock that is growing. And you can work whatever direction you would like. You can start on the right and go to the left, or start on the left and go to the right. You can start in the middle. I didn't plan it out today. I'm just kind of intuitively, I went to the nape of the neck and then up the middle. I will go back on this left side, which for many people, naturals and relaxed naturals, kinky, curly, wavy, straight, relaxed locks. If you're a thinker, you have thicker hair on the left, but sometimes that's where the shorter hairs will be. If you're doing overthinking or worrying, which some people do sometimes. So if you massage over there, you can reduce that by relieving stress also with your massage. Your scalp is very, very important. And now I'm working at the crown. I'm gonna go back in the back so you can see more of what I'm doing. I actually feel less buildup up here. So I'm gonna come back to this area. The nape of the neck is really, really important. The whole scalp is, but the locks back here, always the most challenging in terms of staying together. And sometimes, depending on the length of the hair when the locks are started, the hairline. So your neckline and your hairline. And then you just make sure to put that back intact as you're working through. On occasion, I spiral while or after, just a little bit, not the full on like I'm doing when he's from the sink, but doing that and then going ahead and doing your twisting to remind that lock where to go. And if you're doing this with braids and any of them have begun to, fuzz, you just want to keep this spiraling motion. You want to catch all the new hairs that are growing in. Most of the time it's new hairs growing in, it's not something else. It's just like, oh my gosh, there's all this hair and it's all out of the lock, but that's new hair. So I'll just tell everything where to go again, one at a time. I'm gonna work this left side and reset this lock intact. And I'm a finger twister, not a palm roller. Never been a palm roller. Finger twisting is just more comfortable, more intuitive, easier, and I get excellent feedback on how my lock maintenance remains over several weeks, and different than others because I finger twist. Okay. So I'm just going to continue to work through, but this is how you would do your lock maintenance when you're just starting out, and also when you're seasoned. But as they get longer, you really won't feel the need to, or a stylist wouldn't feel the need to sit you up to work through. And this is a very thorough process. I'm going to keep the scalp very clean. Uplifting, renewing, moisturizing. And the lemon in the blend is great for mental clarity. So everyone that loves coconut lemon cake, that's one of the benefits of the lemon essential oil, is purity of the mind. So go in here with my index finger and we'll just be wrapping up. So this is how you would do your locks or your new locks, how you would do your Felicidad hair sugar for your locks. And remember, you can do that black soap, the coconut lemon cake black soap cleanser as well. If you have a lot of buildup or you need a detox or you've been swimming. And Jason didn't come in like that today. Everything's still soft. But I'll decide at the sink if we need to do that cleanse. (201-921-9894) and massaging in one finger at a time. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe.